You've spent 20 years climbing the ladder. You're more experienced than ever. You're more senior than ever. But in today's market, seniority doesn't mean what it used to. In fact, you might find yourself with less leverage than when you started. The hard truth is that tenure is not a currency. It's an anchor if you don't know how to price it. Today, we're breaking down why senior professionals lose their edge and exactly how you can reclaim your market power. This is the Executive's Guide to Regaining Leverage. Let's dive in. The most dangerous myth in the corporate world is that your years of service automatically translate into bargaining power. Leverage isn't about how long you've been at the table. It's about how much it would cost the market to replace what you bring to it. Your current market value is your only real leverage. If the market doesn't see your value, your company won't either. According to the Harvard program on negotiation, your leverage is built on objective criteria and value creation, not just history. If you aren't constantly pricing your experience against the current market, you're negotiating with a ghost. There is often a massive gap between your internal value and your external clarity. Inside your company, you're a legend. You know where the bodies are buried and how to fix the unfixable. But to the market, you might look outdated. McKinsey research shows that human capital is a driver of value, but that experience must translate into current capability. If a recruiter can't understand your impact in 30 seconds, you have zero external leverage. You must learn to speak the market's language, not just your company's jargon. That is how you bridge the clarity gap. Then there's the tenure trap. Paradoxically, the longer you stay, the less your company thinks they need to pay to keep you. Longevity often signals to leadership that you have a low flight risk. You're comfortable. You settlement. You're an anchor asset. When the company stops fearing you'll leave, they stop feeling the need to compete for you. Your leverage evaporates. This is why new hires often come in with higher salaries than veterans. They are priced by the market. You are priced by history. To break the trap, you must prove that while you are loyal, you are not trapped. You must remain a flight risk by being market ready. Leverage also dies through skill signal drift. If your skills are about maintaining the past, your value is depreciating. BCG notes that AI and technology are reshaping roles. You need to show you can drive transformation, not just manage status quo. Are you focused on commercial impact and strategy, or are you stuck in administrative oversight? The market only pays a premium for the former. If you haven't updated your signal in 3 years, the market assumes your skills have drifted into obsolescence. Strengthening your leverage means becoming future fit. It means being the person who can lead the next chapter, not just read the last one. In negotiation, leverage is the ability to say no, and you can only say no if you have somewhere else to go. The Harvard Business Review emphasizes that leverage depends on timing and options. Multiple paths create the psychological safety to negotiate hard. You don't need to threaten to leave. You just need to have the option. When you have options, your energy changes. You become less desperate and more strategic. A diverse set of options, whether it's a job offer, a consulting side hustle, or a strong network, is your ultimate insurance policy. As the saying goes, options create calm, scarcity creates value. Build both before you step into the room. Senior pay is often locked by history. To move it, you need a re-anchor event, a structural trigger that forces a new evaluation. A re-anchor could be a significant expansion in scope, a major commercial win, or, most effectively, a verified market adjustment. Don't ask for a raise based on time. Ask for a realignment based on the new reality of your role and the market. By changing the scope, you change the benchmark. You are no longer being compared to your past self, but to the market rate for this new, bigger role. Leverage recovery is about moving the goalposts in your favor. It's about being proactive, not reactive. At the senior level, being expensive isn't the problem. Being replaceable is. If you are expensive and replaceable, you are a liability. You must make your scarcity visible. Connect your work directly to business impact, risk mitigation, and strategic growth. Bain research highlights that rewards come in many forms, but they are always tied to the value you uniquely unlock. If anyone can do it, why pay you? Shift the conversation from what I cost to what would happen if I wasn't here. That is the essence of scarcity. Become the person the company cannot afford to lose, and your leverage will take care of itself. To rebuild your leverage, you need a systematic approach. We call it the leverage recovery model. 4 pillars of professional power. Pillar 1, your market narrative. Pillar 2, your current future fit skills. These are your foundation. Pillar 3 is optionality, your external paths. And Pillar 4 is measurable impact, the proof of your scarcity. Do not walk into a negotiation until you have strengthened at least 3 of these 4 pillars. Negotiation is the final step, not the first. Leverage is built in the months before the meeting, not in the minutes during it. Preparation is your greatest tool. Senior leverage is about package architecture. Deloitte notes that total rewards extend far beyond just the paycheck. If you only negotiate salary, you're missing 70% of the value. Title, scope, and decision rights are often easier for a company to grant and more valuable to you. Think about your long-term wealth and security. Severance protection and equity upside are the hallmarks of a truly senior package. A custom-built package signals that you are a unique asset, not a commodity to be fit into a standard HR box. Architecture your reward to match your impact. Be creative, be bold, negotiate the whole wheel. Now, let's talk about the exact script. When you're ready, you might ask, does my role, scope, and compensation still reflect my market value? Follow up with clarity. Is this a compensation conversation, a level adjustment, or a broader role redesign conversation? And finally, put the ball in their court. What evidence would we need to see to make a market realignment defensible for the organization? By asking strategically, you aren't making a demand. You're inviting a collaboration on value. It's hard to say no to a logic-based question. This approach keeps the relationship intact while making your market awareness crystal clear. It is the senior way to negotiate. Let's recap your leverage checklist. Start with market relevance and current capability. Back it up with measurable impact. Cultivate optionality and scarcity. And don't forget the importance of internal sponsorship and perfect timing. And finally, design your package architecture. This is how you reclaim your power and secure your future. If you want the full recovery checklist, comment "leverage" below. We'll send it over to help you start your journey. Seniority is just the beginning. Leverage is what you build next. Thanks for watching.